So guys, we got the Scion FRS. I was told it has an oxygen sensor code. At least that's what I was told. And I was told to check it out. And that's all I know so far. So I'm gonna scan it. Got the launch out here. And we'll see what we get. Oh, and it's manual. It's awesome. So let me get this set up and then we'll go from there. I've just been waiting for the tool to load and it's not manual. My scan tool is in the way. But oh, it finally loaded. Okay, so we got lean. Ah, this is better. So we got lean, fuel, performance. Okay, so this is direct end port injection. I never had to work on one of these, I don't think. So it looks like we got a whole bunch of performance codes. And then that's setting our ABS. Okay, so now I had to go under Toyota for this because Scion's owned by Toyota. There was no Scion in here that I could see, so I'm gonna save the report. We'll take it for a drive. We'll see what happens. I'd like to use the ESCAN, but maybe we won't have to, because I like using the ESCAN for stuff like this. Maybe I'll have to see if maybe I accidentally deleted Scion, but I don't think I did. Hang on, let's see if I can set this somewhere so you guys can see easily. Okay, so we'll save this. Okay, when this saves, I'll come back. Okay, guys, so came back in, clicked on ECU, I think. There we go, engine. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys without a huge glare. So let's read data stream. So let's go down through here. We'll find our fuel trims. We can go under generic too. Let's see what Toyota has. If they have fuel trims in here. Long-term fuel trim. Short term. Let's look at our oxygen sensors. Bank 2. Do we have a bank 1? Sensor 2. I wonder if it's called an air fuel ratio sensor on here. Let's bring that up. Fuel system status, because we want to know if we're in closed loop. Let's look at our pump duty cycle, fuel pressure, target pressure. Let's bring up our temperature sensors, make sure that they're all the same, because the car should be cold. I think it's been sitting here for a while. We don't have an engine coolant temp. Oh, there it is, coolant temp. Let's see. There we go. We have our current and our voltage. I'm just wondering if we have like an intake leak. see. We'll just go with throttle position. I think we might be good there. I wonder if this is our actual engine load. Let's see. There we go. $80, 80 degrees, so that looks good. Target fuel pressure. Feels like it's running a little rough, guys. It's like shaking right now. I don't know if this car's modified or not. We're in closed loop. See what's our fuel trim right now. Gotta go to the other page. Right now we're subtracting a lot of fuel. Well, we were, now we're not. So I'm going to take this for a quick drive. I'll show you guys what I find. So guys, I'm seeing some really positive numbers here, like light load, just like I'm not at 8% throttle. You can see it, like sometimes this will jump up to like, there you go, you can see it 22% we're adding. So just at a light load right here. There you go, you can see it. 22 or like almost 30% fuel. Light throttle, you give it more gas and I think it goes away and then goes back to normal. Oh no, we're still adding until I get let off the gas there. I'm coming up to a stop sign, I'm not on the gas. You can see 0% throttle position. It seems like real light throttle is when it's most affected. So I wonder if we just have like an intake leak. Doesn't appear to affect it at idle though. So I wonder if maybe we should get the ESCAN out and just take it for a ride with the ESCAN hooked up, just to confirm, because then we can graph it a lot better. So then I'm going to go back, grab the ESCAN, and we'll do that. Hey guys, I also noticed that our fuel pressure doesn't always match. Like sometimes there'll be quite a bit of a difference. Let's see if it'll do it. Guys, I gotta turn here. I'll probably knock the tool over. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not knocking it over. Should have screen recorded this. But earlier I was seeing like sometimes a 500 psi difference. I don't know if it's just the update rate or if it was something else. Right here, I'm going to need to reposition. Let's see what it shows here at idle. This is hard to focus. There we go. Let's see. one, I think we'll grab the ESCAN and we'll just try it with the ESCAN. And we'll look up the codes. It's just easier to test drive it real quick since I was already in the car. Okay guys, I got the ESCAN set up. You can look, see we got a lean code in here. I'm going to go under sharpshooter. We're going to do our fuel trim test. And we'll take this for a ride. Let's see. You can see we went 15% right there. Just curious why it's not affecting idle. Something beeped at us. Seeing our link condition right now. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. We lost our chance to get the lean condition. I'm gonna keep driving without recording and then we'll come back to it. I'll just put some music in here. Okay guys, I got the ESCAN set up. You can look, see we got a lean code in here. I'm gonna go under sharpshooter. We're gonna do our fuel trim test. And we'll take this for a ride. Let's see. See, we went 15% right there. Just curious why it's not affecting idle. Something beeped at us. seeing our link condition right now. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. Unless we lost our chance to get the lane condition. I'm gonna keep driving without recording and then we'll come back to it. I'll just put some music in here. So guys, I just got back. I just got off the phone. But so you can see how here's our modes. Wow, can't talk now. Here's our freeze frame data. So our engine coolant temperature was 143 when the code set. Look at that. It's almost like 48%. Actually, almost 49% fuel trim that I was adding when this code had set. We don't have any oxygen sensor information that it shows. The intake temperature was 120 degrees. Our load was 18. Throttle position was 3. I think this might have been like idling or something, or just off idle. And I think our engine RPM was 900 RPMs. So I'm gonna let this cool back down. We're gonna duplicate this. As you could see when I did the driving, our fuel trims look okay, like they're not perfect, but it's not like way off to set a code. And our volumetric efficiency is pretty on. Like our actual airflow from our mass airflow sensor is over reporting, so that would cause a rich condition, not a lean condition. So I'm okay with that for right now. Can worry about that later. So I'm gonna go outside, pop the hood, and then we'll go look at it. So guys, I popped the hood and I found this. So we got this like warm air intake on here. And we got electrical tape right here. So I wonder how well of a job that's doing sealing. I wonder if that might make an issue when it gets warmer. Thinking about taking the filter off and just smoking it and seeing what we get, see if there's any issues here. And I don't know if this was rewrapped in electrical tape, because you can see, looks like it might have been rewrapped. I don't know for sure. Got that. We got this zip tie going to the radiator support right here. I was trying to look to see if it got like damaged at all. Ah, you know what, guys? There's plastic. Did it get rubbed through? See if I can show you guys this. See if it got rubbed through. Let's see. It's hard to tell. Don't know if that might be the issue. Like, could it be that it was rubbed through? It's hard to see. I don't know if that's the issue. I think I might just smoke this while it's sitting here cooling down, because I'm trying to get it back down to the temperature that it's at the code at. But I think I might just pull the filter off and just put some smoke in it, even though there's a mass airflow sensor right there. Looks like it's the OEM part because it says Subaru. So, oh, and this was the guy that, I guess he was at another shop, and they said that you need an electrical person to diagnose this. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I think we're just gonna get my smoke machine. We'll just smoke it while it's sitting here, try not to disturb too much. That's why I just figured take the filter off, see what happens. So guys, got my lights set up, the ones I got from Next LED. I got my Autool set up. I tried using my bladder, and I'll show you what happened. I had it expanded. Let's see, got a hole in it from the intake right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there is a little tiny hole. The intake, you might not be able to see it, but it's all sharp metal in there, and I didn't realize it, and it put a hole right through my bladder. So I'm going to try to use this cone. Hopefully this cone will work. Just trying not to disturb anything too much. Like, I took the filter off really carefully, and it's just going down south. Now the car's been shut off for probably like 15 minutes, so hopefully the mass airflow sensor ain't hot. I don't like putting it through here, but I don't want to disturb this in case it leaks out the mass airflow sensor port. So we're going to turn our smoke on and our air, and we should be at full flow right now. Let's see, I may have to change to a different cone or something. Yeah, we got smoke coming. So this cone may not seal in here. I was hoping that it would. Yeah, I think I might have to change to a different bladder. I'm gonna quick grab my other bladder. So guys, look at this. It's just pouring out from around the mass airflow sensor and out of this tape. Let's see if we can turn our flow down. There you go. Look at that. So I'm assuming there's no gasket on here or something. But yeah, that'll definitely cause your lean code. I'm thinking. That's crazy. I've never seen one that bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit like this, and we'll let it cool down more, and then we'll start it up. We'll see if it acts up, and then if it does, then we know we'll fix this, and then we'll know that's the problem. So guys, I unbolted the mass airflow sensor to clean it, and this just flops around. Like, the hole, I don't think the hole's like perfectly round. It could be perfectly round, but this O-ring doesn't seal. I don't think it sits down far enough to seal. So I'm gonna clean this oil off everything, and then we'll take it for a test drive. I'll put it back on. We'll see if it acts up. If it does act up, then I'll see if I can put another O-ringer on here or something so that we can see if the problem's fixed. Because that's what we want to do. We want to confirm that it's fixed. Oh, confirm a fix, I should say. Okay guys, so I cleared the codes. I got our data pins up for graphing. I'm going to start it up, see what happens. See what happens with our fuel trims. Oh, and also at the launch, I did the auto detect since I'm on Wi-Fi. And it comes up as Toyota, and it's a submodel, Scion. There you go, you can see our fuel trim is going negative. I just wonder if we like blow on this with like some compressed air, if it'll go like really lean or really rich. I'm gonna quick grab an air chuck and we'll blow air right at the mass airflow sensor, see if it changes. Because if you're driving, air is gonna be hitting this. Look at how negative we are right now. We're negative 10. So guys, watch this. I'm gonna blow air right here. And watch our short term. See, there was a certain spot I had to hit it with the air, and it dove down. Okay, we can get it right. There's a delay, so it's hard to know when it's responding. See that? I'm right here with it. It's hard to hold it there. You can see it dives down. Let's go right up against it. You can see what we're doing to the car. It doesn't. I think the car's compensating for it, and then it doesn't know what to do. Here you go. We'll let it stabilize here for a couple seconds, and then we'll repeat just so we have a good baseline again. We should probably bring up the mass airflow so we can see what the mass airflow sensor is doing at the same time. So our short term is almost at 0. So we'll let this go for like 2 blocks. There you go, hopefully that's better. Let this go for like 2 blocks, let it stabilize, and then we'll hit it with air again. So there we go, now I'll hit it with air again. Look at that, guys. It's crazy. Let's go back. Let's look at the mass airflow sensor. See if we can combine these. There we go. Our mass airflow sensor is purple. That update rate's horrible. Let's just go back. See if we can just unselect. Let's just get a mass airflow sensor. There we go, right there at that sweet spot. You heard the idle change. Look at that. You can see it happen on there. Look at that. Let's do it again. Look at that. Isn't that crazy, guys? So I think that's his issue. Is the aftermarket intake. See if it'll stabilize. Look at that. Now it's stabilizing. That's confirmed. But that's the issue. Like, if you let off the gas driving, that's probably why we were seeing some weird fuel trims sometimes. This side's even worse right here. So yeah, when you're driving, you're gonna have way more air on there than what I'm doing right there, because I'm just squeezing it just a little bit. So we can see what they want to do. I'll be back. So guys, I wanted to show you something real quick. So if I put air right here, watch this. You guys look right here. There it goes. The car will actually stall. Watch what we go to. One of these I got it to go like severely negative. It went like negative 22. Yeah, look at that. It just added positive 10 there. So if you're driving down the road, like I even got stalled doing this. I wonder what happens with this when you're driving down the road. We just subtracted 30% fuel. So if you're driving down the road and this, like you got air coming over this and hitting this whichever way, like you could actually create a time where it's like sucking air out of there too. But they have a lean condition, so there's more air going into the motor than what it's reading. And I also looked up these codes. Let me grab the paper for them. I gotta go see where they're at. But I printed out like what the code's set for. Okay, so guys, here's the code. We had the P1170, the 171 lean, and then this P117B. So 171 was lean, and then we had the 171 here, which is stored for a richer lean condition. The amount of fuel during direct injection is normal for 9 seconds. And then right here, although a DTC is stored for a richer lean condition, the amount of fuel during the trip pour injection is normal for 9 seconds. So I think that the whole thing was just set from that mass airflow sensor, because like it'll tell you like right here, like when the DTC P1170 and P117B is output, it may not be possible to precisely determine whether the port injection or direct injection is malfunctioning, depending on the conditions. In this case, perform an active test. I just think that that mass airflow sensor is getting skewed and it's just screwing everything up because it's reporting lean. So, and I think the car knows that the fuel quantity going in is supposed to be right for the conditions. So, call the customer. Guess they're going to see what they want to do. I'll let you know. Hey guys, so the customer just got off the phone with them, and they said that this was just temporary, and he thought the issue would be here, and he has new piping coming, but he wasn't sure, so he wanted to check it, have it checked before he replaced the piping. So, there we go. So if they don't complain of the codes, then I'll release the video, and this is going to be the confirmed fix. So hopefully you guys like it. See you later.